Hey, what is going on, guys? My name's Sana. Welcome to Crypto Bible. I hope you're all doing well. I definitely am. Look at this chart, it looks amazing. I thought I'd just do a quick YouTube video for you guys because over there on Twitter, if my videos are too long, it does not let me upload it. So I thought, do you know what? Why don't I just go in depth into Trias again? I've done it a couple of times before on my YouTube channel because Trias is one of my favorite coins. The chart just looks insane, and I thought, let me just take some time to quickly go through it in depth, show you guys exactly what I'm seeing, and then obviously just kind of take it from there. So what we're basically going to do in this video is go over what we could expect short term, all of our resistance levels moving up, and what we can expect maybe long term as well, and some of my targets. So let's just dive straight into it. So at the moment I am chilling on the USDT chart. There's one thing that we do notice right here is that $11 price resistance that we were stuck under for the best part of like 2 months now has obviously been broken. It was one of the main things we were looking at doing, breaking that $11 resistance, which we have now done. Ideally, what we would have wanted was like hourly closes over them. We've obviously got that. We've got a massive daily candle close above it. So that was obviously really good to see. So we've obviously broken out of that resistance level now, and it's all about just taking out those retracements on the way up. Okay. Another thing that we can also see right here is that daily volume coming out there. We haven't had that type of volume ever since back in May. So even if I put one of our handy lines right there, we can see the last time we had volume like that was over there, the last day of May. And we also started seeing volume like that way over here. And you guys know what happened over here, right? That is when we went absolutely parabolic. Okay, so still loads of good things that come out of Trias. I think it's just getting started, in my opinion. Now, before I actually start going in depth, there's one thing I wanted to show you guys, and that is the Trias over Bitcoin chart, right? So if you look at the USDT one, we've obviously broken out of this range that we were stuck in for quite a while, right? So we know we've broken out of that. Great. It's always good to look at the Bitcoin pairing because if we do, what you guys can see is that we're actually still stuck in that range over Bitcoin. We did like test it yesterday. So where we were finding resistance right there at $11 and we've broken out of it, the Bitcoin pairing is still finding resistance in this range right here. Okay, so this is good. This is really good because this just shows me that Trias still has a lot of room to grow. It's still got loads of room to grow. In fact, I mean, we've broken out of here and we're still stuck in this range here. So when this starts breaking out, the USDT chart will just start breaking out even more. All right. So it's always good to make sure that we're taking a look at that. And I always look at the Bitcoin pairing because I do think that this chart is actually a lot more cleaner. Like if I take this off, for example, put our line right there, we can see that this previous resistance was actually our support when we broke out of it. Whereas if you do that on the USDT pairing, you guys can see that our support was all the way down here, and that was our previous resistance. So you can see that the Bitcoin pairing resistance here, once we broke out of it, support. So I am definitely taking a look at it, and I think once this starts breaking out and starts running, it's going to be really parabolic. And the same goes for the volume over here, right? If we go over to the 4 hour chart, you can see the type of volume coming out, which is insane. We have not seen that type of volume in a while. Clear breakout volume. So it's all about being patient, right? Now, when it comes to finding out what we've got to do next, the best thing I like to do is just place Fibonacci retracements over our entire move down because that's where we're at now. We've got to be looking at the full retracements, right? And you guys can see that the first retracement does come right at the 0.382, $13.75. I did post over there on my Twitter that these are all the levels that we ideally need to be taking out for us to start grinding up. And we want to be seeing candle closes above it, right? So if we zoom into this right now, you guys can see that, we did not manage to close a daily candle above that. So, clear resistance. We go over to the 4 hour, you guys can see right there, we couldn't manage to close a 4 hour cantilever or an hourly candle. So you guys can see right there that it's clearly our very first point of big resistance, okay? And that level comes right there at $13.75. However, if I do take this off and I go to the hourly, what we can see is that we are bull flagging right underneath it, right? So if I get our Fib retracement back, at least we are bull flagging right underneath the first retracement because ideally that is exactly what you want to be seeing, right? So if we go back to our hourly, bull flag. And ideally, the best thing to do whenever we are in impulsive moves up, you just want to go up to the first retracements, the first level of resistance, bull flag, get over to the next one, bull flag. That's why whenever you see bullish charts, they're going up like this, right? It's like a staircase. That's exactly what you want to be looking at. So right now, that is what we are doing, and I'm hoping that Trias is basically gearing up for another move to the upside. Now, whether or not this wants to come back and retest $11, because that was obviously a clear level of resistance, I would not mind it doing that. In fact, it's quite healthy if it does that. So don't be surprised if we see, maybe a bit more of a longer consolidation here until we touch $11 and go. It doesn't even need to do it, because at the end of the day, we've broken it now, and we are just at a resistance level. So right now, I just expect us to be bouncing between $11 and $13.75 until we get a clear break above it. Now, when it comes to the most important levels of retracement, people know, if they've been watching me on this channel, that the 0.702 is arguably the most important retracement. Crypto tends to have a lot of reactions at that level. This is a Fib retracement that you need to put in by yourself. To do that, all you need to do is basically just double click the Fib, scroll down to any of the empty ones, and just add 0.702 in there. And we can see that even for Trias, that was a very important retracement level. You can see that when we had our initial big rise, crash and retrace again, we retraced right back there to the 0.702. And you'll see these type of reactions everywhere. I mean, I can even show you with Bitcoin. Bitcoin's a prime example of the 0.702 retracement. You could even see right here, when Bitcoin previously topped out before we made a new all-time high, it crashed. Where did it retrace back to? It retraced back there, right there to the 0.702. Okay. And the same goes even like in the previous bull run. When Bitcoin topped out back in 2017 and then it crashed and retraced, where did it retrace back to? It retraced right there back to the 0.702. So you can see that the 0.702 has extreme reactions all the time. So if we place our full Fib right over there right now, I'm not that concerned on what's going on, short term. In regards to these retracements over here, I think we will break through them, no problem. My main concern, not even a concern, my main thing that I'm aiming for is the 0.702, which is at $23.18 roughly. We tend to have big reactions there. So I do personally believe that once we get to this area here, either we're going to see a small rejection, bit of consolidation, but typically when that 0.702 gets broken, that is when cryptos just start absolutely going mental. Okay, so the 0.702 is literally just a level right in between the 0.618 and the 0.786. All right, so yeah, definitely be looking out for that. The 0.702 comes in at $23.18, and in my opinion, that is the most important retracement we've got to be looking for. So don't worry what happens short term. As you guys know, we are just bull flagging right now. Give it some time. Back testing $11 could be a potential thing to be looking for. But if you guys even want to take note of all of these retracement levels right here, that's what I'm looking for. And most importantly, $23.18. And we want to be getting hourly, at least hourly closes above all of these retracement levels to ensure that we are going to be heading up again. It's quite clear that these hourly close, like it's one thing breaking a level of resistance, but it's another thing closing above it. The same went for that $11 level right there. Again, I posted over on my Twitter. The second we got an hourly close above that $11 mark, you can see it just completely went. We were battling it. But look, as soon as we got an hourly close above it, cool, off we go. And the same will go for all of those retracement levels as well. Okay, so keep that in mind. So yeah, guys, that is pretty much going to wrap it up for this video. I think just be a little bit more patient with it. Don't be surprised if we have a tiny bit of a pullback. At the end of the day, we rose, God, how much did we rise by? From like $9.50 to 14.3 yesterday, which was mad. Yeah, it's not surprising though. This is one of the most bullish charts I've ever seen, regardless of the actual project itself, which is amazing itself. This is one of the most explosive graphs charts that I have ever seen. And yeah, I'm really excited for what's to come. So that's what we're looking for, guys. Just trying to keep it really simple. Everything's looking really good. It's all about getting through those retracement levels now, and that 702 is going to be most important for me. Once we get through that, yeah, the fun's going to definitely begin. So yeah, anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll be sure to keep you guys posted over there on Twitter whenever I see something happen. See you guys very soon. Take it easy.